Hello, I'm Neeva Pradhan, and I'm really excited about the International Women's Conference taking place February 14th through 16th in Bangalore, India. And we plan to take a group of large number of women from different walks of life, from different professional backgrounds, and different talent groups this time on the 9th International Women's Conference. The topic itself, Circle of Life, Passion, Compassion and Dispassion, is very exciting. We have the Chief Justice of Nepal, Neeva Pradhan, as one of our speakers, who's going to represent Nepal. As one of the organizers from Nepal and coordinator, we've already hosted around 4 different events here in Nepal, bringing women together from various different backgrounds, from various different talent groups, to bring awareness to IWC that's taking place in Bangalore. And we hope to see a great group coming from Nepal.
So, Miss Neeva, I would like to request you to share your background.
From my background, I was born and raised in Nepal and then went to India for my higher education, then to the United States. And now I'm back in Nepal. As in the United States, I pursued journalism as my undergraduate degree and then graduate degree in finance and management studies. And I worked as a banker for almost 15 years. So that's pretty much my background in the education field.
So, I understand your background has been in the corporate world in the banking industry, predominantly in the US working as vice president at credit union in credit and loans. Can you share a bit more on this?
As vice president in credit and loans with the credit unions in the US, in DC, Washington, DC area, it was a great experience for me being a woman and just to see how a microfinancing type of credit union could really help so many people in loan area, based on their collateral, how we could help raise their lifestyles and help with their management of finances. So that's the area that I was involved in working, as well as training staff in different branches. So I used to travel quite a bit within the US as a team manager.
So, it's quite interesting to know that you're involved in quite a lot of organizations, mostly non-profits. So, I've come to know that you've been involved in this foundation called Daya Foundation. Can you speak on that?
Yes, after coming back to Nepal just a few years back, my husband and I and my family, we've been involved in Daya Foundation, which was really initiated by my father, who was a successful politician and a businessman in Nepal, and he dedicated his life doing successful business. And what he learned was how people really have to struggle who don't come into the opportunity to get higher education, who don't have the means through their families, how they have to really struggle to make ends meet. So his objective in life was, first of all, to be successful himself, and then he really had this intention to give back to society. So he set funds aside for Daya Foundation so we could do projects in the area of education, health, and also cultural heritage in Nepal. So we've been in existence. Daya Foundation has been in existence for over 10 years now. And coming back, it has been a great platform to serve the community through Daya Foundation. So we really focus on free health camps, 8 to 10 a year, again to disadvantaged communities like public school children, like the senior communities that are not able to pay for their own health care. And also in the education area, we provide midday meals, clean drinking water, again in public schools and disadvantaged communities, just to help people have better health, better education. We've done teacher training and all of that for the past 10 and a half years. So this has been a great platform to come back to Nepal and to serve in the community and to have awareness of what is the lackage and how we can network with other communities and other organizations to bring more help to the disadvantaged and marginalized groups, and also to women especially, and children.
So, you're involved with globally renowned organizations like Art of Living and the Rotary. So, I would like to ask about this Art of Living first. So, how long have you been involved in Art of Living corporate programs, and what need do you see in the community? What are the subsequent results that you see?
With the art of living, I learned about the art of living when I was in the United States. When I was trying to juggle home life, social life, and work life all together, trying to bring a balance. So nobody really told me about this organization, what it does. I really found it through the internet. One Sunday afternoon, when I was browsing through the internet, I saw what I was looking for in terms of how to bring balance to your life and also how to be stress-free so you can be a better human being and you can maximize on your efficiency. So when I was a banker, when I was in the banking industry, I realized that this is one thing I really needed to learn for myself, how to de-stress. So while I was involved in the art of living, I took the course, the training, and I could immediately tell the difference within the 6 days of training, how it really made an impact for me, how to bring my mind more to the present moment, because the tendency of the mind is to vacillate between past and future constantly and to cling on to negative emotions in the past and worries and then anxiety of the future. So after that, I realized within the next 2 to 3 years that I wanted to become a volunteer and a trainer with the Art of Living Foundation. So I took the training through the Art of Living to become a trainer for the corporate world now. And in Nepal, we've been offering this Art of Living practice for over 20 years, but the corporate program has been only existent here in Nepal for the past 3 years. And as the coordinator and now the director for the Art of Living corporate program, we do approach many institutions, business houses, NGOs, academia, hotel chains, banking groups, and even hospitals groups. So we've done many trainings to at least 85 institutions. And I'm really amazed at how individuals across the globe, whether it is here or in the West, everybody deals with the same challenges in life, like balancing work life and home life and social life. Another thing is how to have your emotions under your control, to be aware of what's going on in your mind. And these things I've learned through Art of Living. And as a trainer now for the past 10 years, whether I'm here or in the US, it is wonderful to see that transformation. These days, the program we offer in the corporate is IXLI Lead, IXLI Integrate, and IXLI Drive to 3 different levels in the management sector in any institution. So, like I said, we've done this program for 85 institutions, and more institutions are looking for this. And it's wonderful to be invited by different organizations to come and give a talk, to come and see how we can offer this program curtailed to their institution. And within 3 days, we see this kind of transformation where individuals who are like really stressed out from bringing stress from home to work and work to home, to be de-stressed and to be 100% focused in what they do, to be able to accept challenges, to be able to find solutions to the problem, whether it is teamwork, communication, how to be a better inspiration leader. These are what we share. And then, of course, the stress management technique, which we do through light guided meditation, mindfulness, and yoga practice within the 3 half-day that we offer this training in. And in recent months, we've done training for small institution as well as for larger institution. And to see that it is a better workplace after they've taken this training is really a wonderful, very satisfying feeling from within.
So it's quite interesting that you're involved in social work through your own foundation and through Art of Living. And you're also involved in Rotary. I've come to know that you're president of your Rotary Club of Kathmandu Midtown. So what is your role in your club, and can you explain a little bit about the objective of Rotary?
Yes, recently I've been nominated as the president of Rotary Club of Kathmandu Midtown, and I've been a member here for past 5 years. I was invited to be a member. And so what I've learned through the Rotary is really more to be in touch with what's happening at the community level, how the Rotary has impacted and done so many wonderful, transformational changes in the area of health and culture, as well as education within the Rotary. And as the president now of the Rotary Club of Kathmandu, we have many projects, again, in these different areas. And my focus for this year, as a pilot project or signature project, I would call it, for the Rotary is youth vocational / skills training. So we've really partnered with 4 different colleges, institutions, where there are many students who are looking to be mentored. So we have mentorship from our club as well as from the district level, who come and give trainings and talks to these youth groups before they graduate and go out into the world. So that they learn from real life experiences. At our Rotary, we have many individuals with the United Nations, UNDP, and many business houses and medical doctors, and business houses who have really a store full of knowledge of having done successful businesses, successful projects in their own areas of expertise, and they can come speak and give training to these youth groups. So that has been quite exciting. We started since last year, and we are continuing this with the youth group. So we call it Youth Vocational / Skills Training with the Rotary. Apart from that, we are also approaching Mata Tirtha, which is old age home. And these are women who've been outcasted by their own families because they couldn't take care of their own aging parents, and aging women are there in some community area. This has been ongoing by the community, where they have offered these homes, shelters for women. So through the Rotary, we hope to give more help and service, like free health camps for these women, and also like caretakers for these women on a daily basis. And the Rotary spouse are also involved in making a difference and impacting the community.
You're also a board member of Nepal Ambulance Service. It sounds quite interesting. So, can you explain a bit more about this objective of this organization and how has it impacted the society?
The Nepal Ambulance Service, commonly known as NAS, was first initiated by a group of medical doctors in Nepal. So they felt a need for a proper ambulatory ambulance service in Nepal, because most of the hospitals didn't have this kind of facility, neither did the government. So they were able to get funds raised to get at least 10 ambulances from the United States, which is fully equipped with all the gadgets that ambulance is required to have. So besides the gadgets, like 3 different type of stretchers when people fall ill and they faint on the road, and then oxygen mask and tank, as well as heart monitor. So the ambulance is fully equipped to save lives along the way. The motto of the Nepal Ambulance Service is to save life along the way. And I felt so fortunate to be invited to be part of their board. So I'm not a medical doctor at all, I'm a banker, but they invited me to raise awareness. So my area of expertise is to really raise awareness in the community about NAS to the community, and what we can do as a community to bring this service to people all across Nepal. So there are 5 ambulances within Kathmandu and 5 outside of Kathmandu Valley, strategically located, and each of these ambulance, they have one paramedic that is qualified and trained to save life. And these paramedics are equipped, as well as they are trained by Stanford University paramedics. They come once a year or twice a year to train these paramedics in Nepal. And so many lives have been saved. I mean, close to 30,000, I believe, since its inception about 9 years ago. And there have been at least 50 childbirths safely delivered in the ambulance itself. Like I said, the motto is saving lives along the way. The roads in Nepal is not at its best, and there is traffic situation. So instead of like the people not making it through during transportation from home to the hospital, the ambulance service, Nepal Ambulance Service, is known and is doing the work of saving lives inside the ambulance itself. So I feel very fortunate to be part of this team.
So it's wonderful to know that a person like you has been working so hard to raise awareness in the society and work for the mental well-being of people. So one of your most recent initiative is Society for Animal Welfare. So can you talk more about Society for Animal Welfare and what does it do? How does it work?
The Society for Animal Welfare, or SAW in short, is basically an organization that we started just last year actually. And there are so many stray dogs, like close to 40 to 50,000 stray dogs and calves, male calves, out on the streets of Nepal. And it's first of all traffic hazard for the animals as well as for human beings. And most of these dogs who are spayed and not spayed and neutered, and they are full of rabies, when they bite a human being, it's really not safe out on the street. So what the SAW Foundation is doing is basically we have a team of veterinary doctors who are part of our team, and what they've done is basically taken the responsibility to we have to raise funds, to raise awareness, to spay, neuter, and to give anti-rabies vaccination to these dogs. So they are out on the street. We are not getting rid of them, but they are safer. So next year they don't multiply in droves, and it's going to minimize the population of dogs on the street. With the calves, what we do is like there are organizations that are already taking care of calves, taking them to a safer ground. So we partner with them to provide some kind of help, in terms of monetary help and bringing awareness to people so these institutions can do it. Again, I really believe in partnerships so that it's a win-win situation. People who are already doing it, to support them, and so we can provide this kind of service. And 2020 is supposed to be Nepal tourism year, where we want many tourists to visit Nepal, many visitors to visit Nepal. And with a lot of animals out on the street, it's not the best situation, where animals get maimed by trucks and cars, and it's so difficult to see a maimed animal suffering on the street. So if we are able to minimize the population of these animals where they are in safekeeping, and I myself, I'm just an animal lover, and it's really hard for me to turn my head to see that thing happening. It's again a living thing. It's not a human being, but it's a living thing, and it's all about compassion. At the end of the day, compassion towards every living being is again my motto. And to be a better human being, you really practice excellence along the way. Excellence is not something that is a goal, it is really a path. And then trying to strive to be excellence as a human being, you practice that in every walk of life as you go.
Thank you, Ms. Neeva, for your sharings. It is a sign of relief that a person like you has been involved in so many social works. Can you share some closing remarks with your viewers?
This is the 9th IWC 2020, 9th conference, and I've attended at least 5 or 6 of these conferences. And I really appreciate Mrs. Bhanumati Narasimha for initiating this. She's the president, chairperson of IWC, and it's been so inspiring to be with her, to listen to her, and her vision for women as the initiator of anything positive that can happen in life in the world. And I'm really looking forward as one of the coordinators to take a large group of women leaders from Nepal to IWC. And being part of it, it has been such an experience for me, such an inspiring experience to watch and listen to women from all walks of life, from 80 to 100 different countries, sharing their experience of being entrepreneurs, of fighting the battle, taking challenges, coming up with solutions, making a difference in their community. And, it's one life to live. And I feel right now, being bold and brilliant is the way to go, to be vulnerable, to take chances in life, to be bold enough and to approach people and to share, this is what's happening, let's go together, and this feeling of being a community, one world community, is also very exciting. The last one that I attended in Bangalore in 2016-17 was also extremely inspirational, brought back so many memories and so many like positive experience from that conference. And this year, really looking forward to in February, myself and then taking so many women leaders and friends to the conference.